There was a time where I was working with John Shook, and we walked onto this factory floor, and he stops and he just kind of gets this wistful, kind of dreamy look on his face, and he's looking around and kind of breathes in, and he says, "I love factories." He said, "I just love everything about factories. I love how they smell. I love how they feel. I love how people are acting in them. I love the activity, the bustle. And this morning, I was working with a team, cross-functional team across many countries and many time zones. I personally was up at 5:30 in the morning doing this workshop. And it was a value stream mapping exercise, and we were visualizing the flow of work for this group, actually just a part of it. And the conversation was so deep, and the conversation was so interesting. And so I wanted to talk just a little bit about that today, and about the value stream mapping exercise at all. And so when people are doing a value stream mapping exercise, what happens is you're getting a bunch of people together who have been so busy and so focused on getting the stuff on their desk done that they've lost track of how the rest of the group actually operates. And often for most teams, they just don't know. They've never known how the rest of the team operates. They're onboarded, they're told how to do their stuff, but they really don't know what other people do. And no one creates value on their own. There's no like vacuum where you're just like, today I am only working by myself and no one in the world will benefit from what I'm doing. Well, you might be, but if you are, you probably should stop doing that. But in this case, in most cases, there's something that comes before you and something that comes after you. And there are people that you interact with along the way. And often we treat those other people as nuisances. I know I need to work with this other team right now. What should I do about that? Oh, those people don't care about me. They don't do the work that I need them to do, etc. Blah, 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 blah. Well, what's actually happening is you and those people should be collaborating, and you're not, and you haven't mapped that out. So here's a bunch of people doing a value stream mapping exercise. And while they're doing this exercise, they're mapping out the flow of the work, the problems, but they're also mapping out who they're working with, who they should be working with, who their stakeholders are, where they don't get the information that they need. The basic building blocks for how to get work done that frustrate the people who are doing the exercise. And then after you're done with that, then you can create something to make something out of that value stream. So now you know that the steps you take to get things done. You know that you should have some sort of visualization to track your work while you're doing it, not just have a plan and say, we're going to hope we're going to get this done, or not get together like every so often and say, here's what we're going to do over this next couple of weeks, but to actually see work as it's happening, who's doing it, who's stuck, who's not stuck, etc. So when John loves the factory, he's loving the fact that when you walk in, you can see physically the things that people need to do. But for most of us doing knowledge work, we actually have to build this thing out and put it on a wall and say, that's what we're doing. Remember, that's what we're doing. And then operationalize it, make it useful for us by actually building a system that gets that work done. I just realized this morning, like while I was working with this team, just how much I love doing this, because the people who are doing the work are so instantly relieved, and I'm going to use this word guardedly, but empowered to do something about things that have been bothering them for a long time. So just a quick message from me today about why I love doing these value streams.